everybody, and welcome to the pre-show of our No Man's Land farm build series. Start a little bit late, but hey, we are here, ready to rock and roll. Zach, Charlie Farmer, Will, how are you all doing today? A little late getting started because I was rendering out the last map video that I had planned to record today. Got a total of 4 videos recorded today. These map videos take forever. We'll be getting those trickled out through the work week. Right now we are planting our last field of corn. Dare I say, a field of dreams. As the thumbnail, which I literally just updated seconds before going live. We plant it, will they come? Likely not. You never know. Darren, Caleb, Waylon, how are you all doing today? For the second half of our doubleheader. Once we get our field planted, weeded, and rolled, I'm going to dive into the grass because it is ready once again. I need to see if I added that fancy dancy baler. That's right, we are totally going against the proper procedures of planting the headlands last. Alphatron, what is up? Yeah, I was rendering out a video that I just got done editing. Then I jumped in here to make a screenshot. So I grabbed the screenshot I wanted to grab for the thumbnail. Then I went back to Premiere and I'm like, oh wait, I'm still rendering a video, I have to wait. That's right, call me weird, but I make all my thumbnails in a video editor. Because Photoshop is too confusing. Too many tools. How's everybody's weekend been? I'm sure no one is ready to jump into the work week. My work week last week ended on Monday, so it's like having almost an entire week off. I don't know what I'm coming back to, but it's going to be a lot of stuff. No doubt. And then if things go the way we are hoping they go, be gone in 2 weeks for another week because the wife's going to have back surgery. I'm telling her it's going to be a week in the hospital. So, yeah. Hawkeye, what is up? This will be the last field we need to plant. Just trying to remember where we were earlier, and we've got all of our other fields planted, weeded, and rolled. Diablo del Toro, welcome. I think the next time, though, I'm away for a week, I'm going to take an extra monitor with me because, man, trying to record with one monitor on the laptop is a bit of a pain. Having a laptop screen and then another screen would make everything a whole lot easier. Well, Hawkeye, that's what most people do, Mr. Wicked. How are you doing, sir? Welcome back the day after. I don't know how much we got done. So yeah, those that were watching the Elm Creek series, it's a stark difference having $12 million in the bank versus like 20,000, being 800,000 in debt. Feels like we're really running a realistic farm over on Elm Creek, doesn't it? Yeah, we're double-headering tonight. We try to double-header on Sundays. Seasons in FS22 is really a kind of a watered-down version of the Seasons mod in FS19. So it has the growth schedule. It has the visual seasonal changes. But ultimately, that's about where it ends, right? We have snow, we have some visual changes in the winter or in various months, parts of the season. You can put in, different visual elements of a map if you're a map maker. We have the ability to change the number of days per month, whereas in 19 we had the ability to change the number of days per season, which was a 3-month period of time. So a little slightly different way of kind of keeping track of time. But ultimately, Seasons in 19 was much more in-depth, much more involved. We may see more depth coming with possibly Precision Farming update, but overall, the seasonal cycles of 22 is watered down compared to the Seasons mod of even FS17, and definitely of FS19. I just do an at in their name, Mr. Wicked. So Rabbit Rob is just don't put a space there. everybody, and welcome back to our No Man's Land farm build series. We're up here on top of the hill, planting some corn. If you plant it, will they come? Well, no one knows, but we'll just have to find out. And who is they? Well, again, we may just have to find out. Once we get done our corn, we're going to move on to working over in the grass. Pulling our first cut of grass off of there. To baler with Nadal rake. Hopefully I added that mod in. Oh, Rabbit Robin doing pretty good. A little apprehensive about going back to work after being gone for a week. Got to talk to the bank. So I got to figure out how to pay for life surgery. Because we got a very, very nasty sticker shock on that one. So I gotta talk to the bank and say, how can I get money? And how can I get money quick? Thankfully we do own the house, so we do have a fair bit of equity in that. Hopefully we'll be able to do a loan off of that or do some sort of refi on that to bring some cash out. Jerry's Keeper, welcome. Glad you caught the stream. Super duper excited there. Oh, Mr. Wicket. You're supposed to stick around, not go away. Got our nice cornfield up here. We have our, what is it, our wheat. We have, what is this? Oats. We have oats there, soybeans, sunflowers, and 2 fields of sugar beets. And we do have our little area of grapes up there. This is the base game, Kinsey. I don't remember what number it is, but it's the one that folds up. So it rotates. It's probably the smaller Kinsey. It's fairly expensive, but it'll get the job done. And get it done fairly quick. So it is this one right here, $139,000. 12 meter working width. Not the big boy that is 18 meters, but she gets the job done. Well, there is an open one, as Alphatron just said, on Elk Mountain pack. I did a mod review on that building pack a little while ago. Yeah, Corey, I totally agree, and that's why it's kind of watered down. Yeah, it's still frustrating that their academy is not, you know, fully fleshed out at this point. It seemed to sound like he was going to update that. I don't really follow modders or anything, so I don't know if that's been done or not. The birds do not do damage. Birds are just aesthetic. Juddy, welcome to the stream. You sell silage on Elm Creek at either the animal dealership or the biogas plant. I mean, if you, yeah, maybe you should mention that to him. You can up those. The Blue Line thing is a mod. It is guidance steering. It is available over on the Giants Mod Hub for PC. Don't know what platform you play on, Mr. Wicked. It helps us keep nice and straight lines. We don't have to worry about drift while we are chatting with you guys. Then we're using a companion mod called Headland Management to help us with the turns in turning off guidance steering, raising the implement and turning it off, and then re-engaging all of those things when we get done with our turn. I'm glad that video is helping you out. No, we wouldn't have it. It's PC only because it's using scripts to do its thing. And sadly, Sony and Microsoft have a thing about external scripts. They don't like them because it makes them scared that it could cause the player to have a bad experience. Raznak, what is up? Big round of applause for Raznak coming out, saying hello to us. The internet star himself is here. What are we gonna do? Farm build master. They don't want to fold it. He is back on No Man's Land, building out a masterpiece. As he bows so graciously to his followers. No, Zach, you forgot. That's Alien Jim. It's Alien Jim we leave as soon as he shows up. Well, we do what we can. I wonder what that is. I can't zoom in and look at it. Yeah, it's letting the textures go away when I zoom in. I want to see what's on that controller button. Looked like a QR code. Is that what they call clear alcohol now? H2O? Is that the fancy medical term for it? keep a flask of H2O in my pocket. Oh, I didn't know any of this funness. Mr. I Resign. Nitro Dad, what is up? Now you're just running out the clock. Two more passes and we'll be done. On March 5th. Dang, that's a long run out the clock. That's over a month. Oh, don't worry, Raz, he's just a socialite. He knows everybody. Well, hopefully it won't be different faces, same politics. Right? 60% done, so only another 3 months. Louisiana and Deer Creek. So which is going to be it? You're not Norm from Cheers? Everyone walks in and it's Norm! And there we go. David, no, not really. Because quite honestly, if a map is updated, I likely, one, don't remember what I gave it initially. Two, I don't know why I gave it that. And three, I likely won't overly remember exactly what's changed. Like today, I looked at 5 maps today and recorded 4 videos. I mean, look, I can't tell you the names of them. I have to go look back at the videos on YouTube, figure out what the names are. There we go. I just think this is so cool. The mechanics of that is so cool. And this center post, it's got to be super robust to take the whole weight of the planter. then you got to make sure that that's locked in. Otherwise, you don't want that whole planter shifting and twisting on that center post. I don't think you can, Raz. You can't share a save game. They don't have a way of exporting it. I don't think they have any way of getting to the file system. That's one issue that kind of fizzled out one of the ideas that I had. Park it back here in the shed. I mean, yeah, that's a real interesting design. I wonder how thick that square post is. IRL. Let's get another angle on it. I want to get it right there in that corner. Roll it. I mean, I'd like to see the Louisiana map get updated with some fixes. I just couldn't get over the placeables not having any textures to them. I think there were a couple other issues. I looked at it, I don't know, I think I looked at it yesterday. I don't remember anymore. Frankenmuth just got recorded. That's what was rendering right before the stream. One of the other things I'm worried about is if I'm worried there might be too many gimmicks on that map, and not a lot of explanation as to what they all are. Like that thing that's beside the field. It's got the buckets on it. I don't know, is that aesthetic? Is it visual? Is it supposed to have a purpose? It's almost like if you don't know what it is, well, too bad for you. If you know what it is, then you're in on the secret. And I'm not too keen on that. Yeah, Fragamooth seems fairly solid. Didn't see any issues with it. If you like Michigan, then you're going to probably go for this one pretty good. Yeah, so if it's, I mean, if the crayfish sorter is just visual, or if there's, you know, a legit reason to use it, there needs to be some level of explanation. That's why that's why the 5th rating criteria is, you know, our triggers clearly marked and interactive areas, you know, clearly marked. It's to hopefully incentivize map makers to not leave things up for people to figure out on their own and struggle for hours on end trying to figure out what's its purpose. So that's really going to be turning me off a lot in 22 maps, is if things appear to have a reason to exist, but there's no obvious reason as to why they exist. It's all right. It's all good. The extra 2 liters I might get out of that little bit isn't gonna really benefit me going back to get it. Well, you never know. There might be something like that in testing. We have just under 1,000 things in testing now. But it's also an issue where we are kind of still in that Goldilocks period where all modders want to do is get their stuff forwarded into 22 before other people just grab them and throw them in. And not a lot of people are thinking about how the gameplay is different and how they could adjust their mod in order to take advantage of that changing gameplay. So I think what we'll have is we'll have this Goldilocks period where things will just be ported over. And then there will be a period of time, maybe in 3 or 4 months, where people are realizing, oh, because now I've actually had a chance to play the game, there are other aspects to the game that I can incorporate into it. Jonathan, Agritech Canada. Is there a conference going on, or is that like legit a place? Joseph, we're not talking about truck mods. I have absolutely no idea what truck mods are out there. I would say most truck mods that are out there on the internet are pure trash because they're poorly optimized. That seems to be the trend. Well, it's a trend in 19, and I don't see it changing much. If you see a truck that's bigger than a map, then it's stay away, because it's not going to do anything but bring your game down. Fastest lap, that is from the F, is a result of headland management. So it's telling me that I'm in field mode, and then when I get to the end of the field, I'm going to hit a button. I'm going to go into headland mode, and headland management is going to raise the roller, and it's going to disengage cruise control and set it to a different speed, and it's going to disengage my guided steering. And then when I've made my turn, I can re-engage everything with the push of a single button. Well, then you don't have to worry about too much about those bad trucks. I don't think there's any trucks really on the regular Giants mod hub. I think there's a couple man trucks showing up. Supposedly 82 Studios has some trucks pending. Don't know if that's pending testing or pending release. I don't know what pending means in the Giants mod hub on the back end. So you'll see once we get here at the end of the row, we'll hit a button. We have to do a little manual work because of that tree there. Joseph, you can't put two words separated by a period. The bot will think it's a link. So when you put truck.mods, it thinks that's a link. You got to be a little more careful with your typing. Oh. Sure. There, we got it working. Mr. Wicket, the only thing you can download is from the Giants mod hub on console. So console is limited to the Giants mod hub in-load downloadable content menu only. There's no way to sideload mods onto a console. Those restrictions are put in place by Sony and Microsoft because, as I've said before, they wish to control everything about your gaming experience. No, they can't do that, Zach, because they're too busy hating on Giants, claiming that they hate American modders because everything they submit gets returned. Because we know they don't allow any American modders in the mod hub. Right, we've never seen an American have a mod in the mod hub before. David Jones, thank you very much. What are we talking about here? That's Whiskey Charlie. What are we at? What mulcher? So we are working the Black Beauty. Fit 942 Vario Black Beauty. That's what we are using here. Daniel Anderson with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause. Jerry's Keeper, the best crop for chaff is probably corn per harvest, but the fact is that you can get multiple grass cuts per year and you only plant it once. You may ultimately be more profitable with basically collecting grass and using that for silage, because of the fact that it's a plant once, harvest mini crop. Whereas corn, you've got to plant, you only get one harvest per year off of it. Watch out for that tree, George. Joseph, we're not talking about trucks anymore. We don't have truck mods because, quite honestly, I don't really care about trucks. I think I've seen you can get as many as three to 4 cuts off of a year. So we're getting ready to cut that field of grass over there. I probably could have cut it in April. I was just too busy to do it, so we're going to cut it here hopefully in May, although it's already 1 o'clock. May not get too much done, I don't know. I remove some trees, I don't remove them all. It's not realistic where I come from. Where I come from, realistically, you have a field right up to the tree edge, because if you don't, then you are wasting valuable land. Balers. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Oh, I do. Oh, we do. Sweetness. I added it. These dark areas are where the bushes were. So these were where the bushes were on the ground when we were basically creating the field. I used a disc harrow to make this field using the allow cultivator to create fields function. And when I did that, all of these dark spots are where there were bushes. But they'll be all cleaned up here after we do this. Daiquiri. What kind of daiquiri? Is it a fruit flavored daiquiri? I want to know more about this pig. I want to know more about this porky pig and why it's not being turned into ham yet. Maybe it's a maybe it's a peach daiquiri. Just 100 points. Come on. Bet more than that. So we can. Get this guy running too. Now that we have enough of the field done. I didn't really see any errors. Wow, that map is... I think that map's scheduled for Tuesday. I mean, it's not my kind of map. But then again, I don't really know what my kind of map is. But I'm sure it'll be someone's map. Connor, what's up? How is Monday afternoon treating you? Now that we got him working, keep on rolling. There aren't too many dudes fars over here. Not that are new. Not that I've seen. Oh, really? Australian protest. Quick, Scooter's got money he wants to put on it. Since you're from the future, what was the score? I tried that tactic, Scooter's Workbench, with GTX and Johnny V, and they never come through on it. Oh. I mean, this wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't such a slow raise and lower animation. Let's take a look at these sectional animations. It floats on the ground. Alright, Raz, catch you later. Well, I suspect there's a fair bit of people that are against such a mandate. But we won't bother ourselves with that here. Weeder's doing good. Rasnick with the super chat before he goes. Give a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, it seems to be a general common things well brought. Of course, media will lead you to believe that it's only in your area or your country that has these thoughts. Everyone else in the world is just mind-numbingly agreeing to everything. Captain Kiwi! You only missed the last 54 minutes, not the whole hour. We planted this field, then we rolled the field, and then we weeded the field. That's pretty much all we got done so far. But we hope to also get some mowing done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's round-baled auto-load trailers. I don't use auto-load trailers, but I'm pretty sure there are. I mean, for one thing, you can just use this one. This one will load 24 bales right here. Just drive up and it just picks them all up. Boom, 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 boom. Unloads 24 at a time. But as far as the auto load. I don't know. I don't use those. I think the Rollin pack has some. I think we have that. Yeah, we got this one. Right? Yeah, auto load, yes or no? Yeah. So one thing I do need to look at is hay, farm shop, buys hay, okay, farm shop pays a lot for silage. No. I go with this and wrap grass bales, or do we go with this and just make hay bales? Oh, the choices. I think we're gonna go with the Vicon. Yep, Juddy, that is the way Alien Jim does them. You can buy lots of things at the farm shop. I think it might be some things that maybe some modders from Brazil or other areas that are heavy sugarcane producers might be interested in making, but overall I think sugarcane is such a unpopular crop. It's going to be hard. Well, Jetty, even if it's slow, it's non-stop. It's still faster than a. Still faster than square baler, and then coming around and wrapping them. I mean, there's smaller, cheaper stuff, maybe. I do know they're working on a loose cotton harvesting pack, like there was in 19, where you harvest cotton and then you transfer the loose cotton into a trailer and then transport that. Minus 21C, that's getting a little chilly. That's when you want to stay inside. There we go. 2 more passes and we'll be done. Then we will buy this. Mid 60s for an hour. Ah, good for you. It's been slowly warming up here. It might make its way into the 40s by the end of the week. I mean, the snow we got weeks ago is still hanging around. That is kind of a rarity here. Well, they make such big bales, right? They gotta be big. Well, Jetty, I think part of it is we don't have a good sense of scale. Right? We don't know how tall we are in game. Then we stand here and, you know, we're not as tall as a tire. I don't think we're necessarily picking up on the fact that that tire is, you know, 6 feet plus in diameter. And if that's 6 feet plus in diameter, then that means that tractor is well over 10 feet tall. Right? So if we're 6'6" in game, right, then that tire's close to 7 feet. And here we go. Finally. Yeah, and overall, a lot of our, overall, the equipment we use in the fields that we're using is usually vastly oversized compared to what's done in real life. Done using this. I think that's the largest roller we have in game. So if it's the best or not, oh, they all do the job. But, you know, typically players don't want to spend an entire day plus doing field work on a single field. Let me get her mower. Is Deer Creek 4X? I don't remember. Off we go. Really, I thought corn would be a big crop in Australia. Deer Creek is standard size. Okay. So I don't think, I don't know if you'll have 180 acre fields. But now that we have the more field info, now that we have that mod, we can just click on a field and we'll get the size. Your engine's not running, Scooter, or you don't have the harvester selected. You're sitting on the header. Oh, okay. The field you added to start's 160. Brad, what's up? I know we'll get a good amount of bales. Now this is just default Giants grass. I didn't bother plowing this up and repainting. But we did clear the trees, and I did come through with a grass painter, and I painted over all the bushes for the most part. So I got missed a bush. Oh. Are you saying the AI knows something Scooter doesn't know? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Tyrosaurus, that is a common problem with farm sim players. It can be a habit forming because of the fact that it's fairly relaxing, right? So many games are actually stress inducing. It seems ridiculous that we would, in our own time, deliberately play something that is stress inducing. The AI cheats in every game. Whereas Farm Sim is not stress inducing. So I think the brain releases endorphins, right? And that's why it's semi-addictive. Bandit 2015 with the super chat. Thank you very much, sir. So a round of applause for Bandit. Yeah, if I was a doctor and I played one on TV, and I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express one night, I might say that it's because of the brain releasing endorphins, because it's happy to be relaxed and not stressed. So then subconsciously you get addicted to it because your brain enjoys that sensation of not being stressed. Yeah, isn't it great? You just sit there, maybe you're at work, maybe you're in the car, maybe you're at dinner, and you just sit there and you think, oh, I could do this, I could do that, what do I need to do next? Kind of plan out your whole thing. No, Jody, there's a mod for that now. I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize the AI didn't leave tire tracks until the mod came out that said AI tire tracks. It is super chill. Mowing is super chill. Alright, let's see. Can I bet you I can't hit H, can I? Nope. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna have to earn it. That's right, on a ride-on. Push mowing isn't so much fun, right? Although I have to say, when you have a self-propelled mower, it's not that bad. It's more like walking. Went outside for a stroll, and the grass ended up getting cut. That's definitely right, Corey, right? Or you're playing Farm Sim and then you also have a Netflix video up and running. Try doing that with a Battle Royale shooter. Let's do our headland management. There really isn't. I really don't have like a bucket list of countries I'd like to play farm in. It's more or less, when I get in a map, it just feels like I should be on it. So if I feel like I want to play on it, then I play on it. If I don't really get any sort of sense of wanting to be there, then I just move on, because there are plenty of maps out there. Plenty of fish in the sea. Don't pick the first one you come across. Carmen, farm on. I like that. Oh, I don't have that all set up. I know the beeping's annoying, but we'll clear that out here in a minute. I wanted to put a second row up there. It'll make turning a lot easier. I know those things get awful annoying, right? As much modding is stressful. Modding is a curse. Modding is totally a curse. Follow me would be so wonderful. I hope it comes, and I hope it comes soon. I hope it's one of the 1,000 mods. Testing. Testing. That's what they say about having kids. I don't know about that. Depends on the day. Johnny, talk to you later. Oh, now we're stuck on a tree. Oh, it's okay, Mr. Wicket. You are donating by being here. Pipe out, why don't you? Oops. Sit the finger on the button, don't push it. Brad, thank you for becoming a farm baron. Give a round of applause for Brad. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be updating the credits tomorrow or Monday, but all the videos that are already scheduled have the old credits on them. So I've got a map video scheduled for tomorrow. There's a mod video scheduled for tomorrow. And then I have a map video scheduled for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then we'll have to see if we get any giant mod maps dropping. Oh, thank you, Dan. We don't strive for realism, we just play pseudo-real. We definitely don't play Simcade or Arcadey. This almost be able to bump it in there. Joel, well, that's very great. Thanks for being able to drop by. Glad you're enjoying the content. If I might ask, how did you stumble upon this fabulous channel? Forrest, catch you later. Thanks for dropping by. We're going to be going around for about another 45 minutes ourselves. Then we will be adjourning for the night. Because tomorrow's Monday. Yay for us. Thankfully, I turned that beeping down. Not super annoying. Oh, well, thank you. Map videos are kind of the staple of the channel. We've been doing them for going on 5 years now. I gotta go back and look and see when our very first FS17 map video was dropped, but it should have been sometime in early 2017. So we are closing out our 5th year of doing map videos. It's hard to believe that we've done that many. George the jungle! Watch out for that tree! Yeah, there's a lot of quality mods out there that don't make their way to the mod hub, but there's also a lot of not so quality mods out there. I try to pick through and skim the best off the top. Well, Mr. Wicked, it'll be the weekend there before it is here. You always have that. I'm not a nut, but I like peanuts. I like peanuts a lot. Peanut butter and chocolate. Scooter needs a bigger pipe. Well, they have dog. I mean, it doesn't serve any other purpose. I think that was probably the biggest disappointment of 19. The dog was basically useless. can make long, straight runs. Yeah, farm cats would be nice. And then we can introduce rodents. Right, so you can have random events like crop loss due to rodent infestation. And rodent infestation is kind of avoided by having, you know, the right number of cats in the farm. Yeah, I don't know who started this rumor that there were going to be ducks in FS22. But there were so many people stating it as if it was a definitive fact. It's like, what? Where are you getting this information from? As we've seen, there are no such things as ducks in FS22. Hopefully we'll have them in awesome maps like Hofbergman. Well, where did all this come from? Goats, rabbits, and ducks. Goat cheese is better than toe cheese. Yeah, as soon as Farmer Andy puts them in Hofbergman, everybody else will rip them out. And then we'll have our ducks. And it's where most of the calves came from. Maps that had calves in 19 had Hofbergman calves in them. If you ever looked close at their ear tags, they all said Hofbergman on them. It's absolutely stellar. Farmer Andy needs to put little tattoos on the little feet. Little web feet of the ducks say Hofbergman. Oh, there are ducks that fly overhead. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed putting it out on some map videos. Like, oh, look, here's the Hofbergman calves. Have a giant whale. That was fun. Being maps incorporate the giant whale skeleton from Ravenport. Well, I think, Corey, it was maybe game rating related. You know, the EU ratings for the game are, you know, E for everyone. Here in the US, whatever the EU ratings are. And I think so much like, you know, male bulls, female cows, heifers and steers, making baby calves. For the kids that play the game, yeah, they don't want, I don't think Giants wants kids learning about the, quote, birds and bees from Farming Simulator. Yeah, I put a boy cow in with a girl cow, and 6 months later I get a baby cow. We'll leave the questions unasked. We'll leave that up to the modders. We'll see something. Amazing things. I mean, Hoff Bergman had little piglets. Right, that was pretty cool. But that generally is the kind of information we hear back. Is some general ambiguity is there because of the game age rating. That's the AGCO brand right there, Chris, for more modern tractors, right? AGCO is like, this is exactly what you need in order to do the job, and that's all you're getting. Here's a fold-up chair for the cab. We acknowledge you need to sit down while driving, so here's a chair. I think we'll get this mowed and a little bit baled before tomorrow. Let's look at our gross schedule and see. Barley, nope. See, yeah, June can be spent, all of June can be spent collecting this grass and getting rid of the bales. Our wheat should come due in July. We have oats. They should come due in July. Then our sugar beets are October. Our corn is October or November. And our soybeans should be October. So we have August and September also. We have August and September also to cut. Yeah, you don't need brakes, just downshift. That's all you need. Just downshift. Rob, I don't need to see a real farm hole. I drove one. Growing up, I drove a Super H, drove a 486. We had an 806 and a 986. Those were our tractors. We had a loader. I don't know what the loader was. I vaguely think it was yellow. I don't recall the manufacturer on it. Well, you can grow corn for the kernels, for the crop. You can forage corn for its chaff. Those are really the two uses for corn. Now, as far as production goes, we would use corn in the cereal production. Corn is also part of the feed for pigs. So if you have pigs, you can feed them corn. That's what we're all training for. Everyone playing Farm Sim is training to be a drone farmer. Now, the Super H and the 486, they were the narrow fronts. They were the tricycle models, I call them. The 806 had a wide front, and the 986 had a wide front. So yeah, if we look at pigs require base food, which is going to be, so your grain is going to be wheat, barley, or canola. Corn or sorghum is going to be your base food. Your protein is going to be canola, sunflowers, or soybeans. And then potatoes and sugar beets are going to be your root crop for pigs. Or you could just feed them pig food, right? Bob, you're thinking about Farmer's Dynasty there, aren't you? Did Farmer's Dynasty have a free play, or was it all kind of a career path? Because this is the biggest mower in the game. If you're talking about the Big M, it's a little mower compared to this. If you're talking about the Big M, it's a baby mower. It only has, what, 10 meter working width. 10 meters is piddly. This mower, 12.3, baby. So, yeah, I got the big mower, right? Farming with Duffy. What's special about the 7520 from Duffy? It's a baby Big M. It is. We had a much bigger Big M in FS17. Then we get this little baby 450. I don't know what we had in 17, but it was a lot bigger than this. That's a small model. Here we go, final cut. I have absolutely no idea, well brought, if any of that is true or not. And the first DLC is more equipment for your farm. Right, that was the hint they gave. Let's look it up. Let's look it up super fast here. It'll only take me a few moments to find it. Season pass. So yeah, the 1 year season pass, we know that winter 21-22. We're supposed to get new vehicles for your farm, pack number 1. So could this Dutes Far Rimmer be pack number 1? I don't know. Hard to tell, isn't it? But it's winter 21-22. So what that means is that we should be getting it sometime between now and March 20th, which is the official end of winter. I mean, we've had an articulated old John Deere in 19, didn't we? No, it regrows, Ken. It's just regular map grass. It'll regrow. There you go. That's the big boy. 13.2 meters. On the real Big M. See, I don't know. I don't keep up with things green. So the explanation quote 10. That's fine, Wellbrook. Wait till a sale, or you can wait until see what comes out for precision farming. Maybe it'll bring more immersive seasonal play. What do we got? What are we, no, that's not what we want to do. Well, we'll bring this back anyway, but got a 700 somewhere. We'll use that with the baler. Yeah, play what you want, right? If you're still getting plenty of love and pleasure and enjoyment out of 19, then keep it. There's still mods coming out for 19. I mean, there are people that played 17 all the way through the entire life of 19. Icons are the scourge. There it is. Oh, shush it. You got food and water. Get a baler. Yeah, you can't play crossplay with 19. So if you're on console, your friend needs to be on the same console. So Xbox can play with Xbox, PS4, PS5 can play with PS4, PS5. PC can play with PC, but you can't mix. So far out of football, I didn't even think about the fact that there's games on. Alright, let's see how slow this baler runs. Turn on automatic drop off, which is already turned on. Woohoo! 69, 70% load. So we're not overloading the engine, we're good. Because we are baling a 12-meter windrow of grass. But the fact is, I don't have to stop. So if you were to run side by side with a regular round baler and then come back and pick them up and wrap them separately, I would still win. So you would definitely finish baling faster, but I would finish before you by the time you came back and wrapped them. Because we are dropping bales pretty regular. Now, if we had smaller windrows, we'd be driving faster, but we'd be making more passes up and down the field. So ultimately, we're still running at our optimal speed. So what we do is we go here. Look up the working width of this mower. 12.3 meters. Then we go up 12.3 meters. And we set our point. Yep, this is way faster than doing them baling quickly and then coming back and wrapping. Now we are good to go. Yeah, we made tens of thousands of silage bales on No Man's Land in FS 19. It was a make as many silage bales as possible contest, and woohoo, we won. It auto wraps bales as long as you're picking up grass. If you're picking up hay, it won't wrap. This screen, that's guidance steering. It is available for PC. So if you're on PC, you can get it at the in-game mod hub called guidance steering. If you're on console, it uses scripts and therefore it is not available. Yeah, you can't wrap hay. Sorry. Yeah, this mod's super cool. First introduced in 19 in the Vicon Kuberlin DLC. You have to go here and set your measuring unit to kilometers. So if it's set to miles, I have feet, which is fine, right? But if you go to the shop, it still is in meters. So you're like, oh, how many feet are in a meter? How many feet are in 12.3 meters? So I just end up leaving it here on kilometers. That's also what sets the speedometer down there from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. I mean, if the store would honor your measurement choice and show things in feet, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Dan, I haven't. I don't even know what trophies I don't need. I don't have. Trust me, you all have more opportunity to actually play the game than I do. I spend all day making content. The only time I actually play the game is when we're doing these live streams. David, but it still doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what 12.3 meters is. I have no frame of reference, so it's like, it's just a number. Rabbit Rob with the super chat. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah, we'll be here a while. Making silage bales. See, 3 feet is a yard. Are you saying a yard is a meter? Then why don't you just use yards? See, 39.3 inches. I want everybody to measure speed in yards per hour. Kilo yard, well, no. Kilo would imply then metric. It'd be 1,000 yards. Hay bales cannot go in the base game hayloft. There is a modded hayloft in the mod hub that will accept bales, but it just converts them to loose. Right now we don't have any good bale storage options to store bales and export bales. All I can say is maybe the one day the world won't be in such a screwed up place that can actually be a platform that politicians can run under, because there isn't anything else that would be any more controversial. I mean, really the only way I see us moving is if the schools teach it alongside of the quote-unquote regular measuring system and really just ingrain it in kids' heads as to what, you know, centimeter, meter, millimeter, and all that is, right? Yeah, if you said draw a line that's 10 centimeters long, I'd be like, okay. If you say draw a line that's an inch long, I have a general frame of reference of how long an inch is. I have no idea how long 1 centimeter is, let alone 10. What's 4? 4 inches? 4 inches is what? Yay, we made one pass around the field. When we get up here and start going straight again, I'll see how many bales we made in that one pass. $41 bales to go around the field once. That's a lot of darn money. We don't need the money here. We need to transfer it over to Elm Creek. Or pour over there. See, we started going a little faster because we were picking up a partial row. Missing little bits. It's all good. It's all good. Joel, this is No Man's Land. In our farm build series, so here we have No Man's Land. We are building our farm out right there. We've got some production facilities built out over here. There's our farm down there. That's right, Joel. That's one of the beauties of No Man's Land, is it's so flexible, right? That's why people love it so much, and a lot of people find themselves coming back to it constantly because it's so flexible. A Bale La Roche. The Roach, thank you for subbing. Your round of applause to a Bale. Yep. I replied to, gosh, I don't know how many comments about the construction map. So many people were so fired up that I gave that map the score it got. Like, this map is trash. Why did you give it? It should get like a 2, not a 4 and a whatever I gave it. It's like, look, the map isn't about, the scoring system is not about the way it physically looks. The scoring system is not about how much time a map author did or didn't put into the map. The scoring system is about measuring the gameplay ability of the map. And a map like that, a map like this, has immense gameplay ability compared to maps that have fixed farms that cannot be changed and have things so fixed and so in place that you play the map this way and this is the only way you can play it because it's so, you know, rudimentary. And that's why so many people come back to maps like this, because it lets them all just play however they want. Maybe the next time you come back you decide, I want to play over in this other corner because I haven't seen that other corner. And you end up building out something completely different than you built out the last time. I've got a map video coming later this week of a map that is kind of, I ultimately ended up calling it a no man's land for beginners, because the map has all the fields laid out, it has all the sell points pre-placed, but there's no farms. There's like 7 or 8 areas that you could build things in, but there's nothing built. So at that point you can be creative and build your farm, and then, you know, play on a pre-made map with fields, and you don't maybe feel so intimidated by having to build out everything like you do here on No Man's Land. And Tinosaurus, that is exactly right? It is something that you may never be done with because you can always add to it. Should be morning by 6. Joel, you'll just have to check the channel. I'm not sure what day it's scheduled, but sometime between now and Thursday. DT Fishing Adventures, thank you so much for the sub, sir. Big old round of applause for DT Fishing Adventures. And speaking of that, everybody, it is just about time for us to take off all our sneakers and put on our sandals and hang up our sweater into the closet and say goodbye for another night. Tomorrow we have a mod video dropping at 8 a.m. Eastern, so that is going to be about 10 hours from now. And then we will have a map video dropping at noon Eastern, so that will be in about 14 hours from now. So be sure to check that out. We will have our American Truck Simulator Convoy Night tomorrow night. Max, thank you so much for the sub. So be sure to tune in for Convoy Night. Mayhem is pretty much guaranteed to happen. It's all in good fun, and we have plenty of fun with that. We'll have map videos dropping Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at noon also, so be sure to check out the channel for that. Any good mods drop into Giants Mod Hub, or maps drop into Giants Mod Hub. We'll be trying to work those videos in also. So until next time, happy farming.